Hey there, welcome to the Get Fully Funded channel. I'm Sandy Reese, Chief Encouragement Officer here at Get Fully Funded, where we help small nonprofits learn to raise the money they need to fully fund their budget. I am here to help you master the art and science of fundraising tip by tip, and I've got a really good one for you today. But first, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that every time we upload a new piece of content, you're the first one to know. All right, let's get to this week's tip. I remember way back when I was pretty new in fundraising, that I heard somewhere that boards are supposed to help with fundraising. And at the time, the organization that I worked for had a really big board. There were probably 25, 27 people on that board. And I was really frustrated and disillusioned that they didn't want to help with fundraising. And I remember asking them, and I'm sure you've done this too, I show up at a board meeting and say, hey, we got this event coming up. I need sponsors. Can everybody help get a sponsor? Here's a sponsor kit. And nobody would do anything, or I might get one person to help a little bit. And then the next time I would say, hey, we're trying to build our monthly giving program. If you know somebody, would you share this with them? And nothing would happen. And then in the fall, I'd say, hey, we're doing our appeal. I would love some names if you'll give me a few names, and nothing would happen. I'm sure you're nodding your head at this point thinking, yeah, I've experienced that too. So what I learned from all of that is just because I know that they're responsible for fundraising doesn't mean that they know they're responsible for fundraising. And so I had to get a little more creative, and I had to understand. And I kind of figured this out along the way. I understood that they all had different strengths and different levels of comfort when it came to fundraising. You see, a lot of people, when they don't know what fundraising really is all about, they think fundraising means begging. And they're afraid of what their friends are going to think if they ask them for money. And that's where a lot of this starts from. So what we have to do is, number one, we have to talk to board members individually to find out what their comfort level is and to help them find a place to plug in. When I did that, it helped a lot. Now, there was another problem with that board, and that was it was so big that everybody thought somebody else would do it and they wouldn't need to. So that's why nothing happened, and that was very frustrating. I had a wonderful development chair, and he started helping as well, but the magic didn't really happen until I started meeting one-on-one with board members. And I found people that said, you know what, I'm not comfortable asking, or maybe because of their job that wasn't appropriate, but they were very willing to make thank you calls. I remember plugging one guy in to do thank you calls. I gave him like 5 names. Here's the phone numbers. I didn't tell him anything other than this is an important donor. They just made a big gift. And I gave him some talking points about what to say and what to listen for. And he had a blast. He came back the next month and he said, oh my gosh, that was so fun. We have the nicest people in our donor base. And I'm going, yeah, we do. And he literally stood up at the next board meeting and said, y'all, I just did this. It was so much fun. I highly recommend that others do it too. And we had 2 or 3 more board members who decided to get on board and help. It is their responsibility to help you with fundraising. And what I found that worked was to stop herding them. Herding is when you expect all of them to do the same thing because it's not going to work. And I had one-on-one conversations with them, and I found them places to plug in. That is when the magic happened. And that's when I started seeing board members get engaged in fundraising. If you like this video, there's plenty more where this one came from. Be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so that every time we add a new tip, you're the first to find out. I don't want you to miss a single thing.